Los Angeles Coliseum, once home to the Olympic Games and many of the most memorable moments in sports, and also home to the USC Trojans, who are prepared to fight on once again today. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Iowa Hawkeyes taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Trojans will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Woolen. He's got great speed. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Apparently, line number 1 on the game plan, attack, now, immediately.
And this quarterback, he smelt it. He knew he had an opportunity. This is a guy who loves taking shots any chance he has. You saw it on that first play of the game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Got his man on the outside. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. These fans trying to be like a 12th man on defense and help them get a stop. A first down run in the red zone. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Iowa! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Fair catch, called for and made. A first down for the offense. He'll do it himself. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
We really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that awesome.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Trojans will line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going to run it. Back midfield, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to...
And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense are hoping the run makes them slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On second down, wants to throw it. That's caught. It's Pitts. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Hawkeye! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say it's out of bounds, an incomplete pass. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to move it through the air. Flushed out of the pocket. Throws into the middle of the field. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel in the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
They'll run it to the right side. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Give that 5 to 6 yards. Make them on the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live the fight.
And he's got it inside the 25. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He wants to throw. Firing to the end zone. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Trojan. This
points off of.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Fielded in the end zone. It's Willett. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing them out. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to fight.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's going for a big play downfield. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, the ball's out on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big force fumble, big...
He's going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. Second down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams play defenses.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Working that left side now. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And I love working the slot receiver. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot. Maybe get him matched up with a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. But they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third down, he drops to throw. Using his feet to buy time. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and long and field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is even bigger. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Oh, he's going to go for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stop ball and get you the football.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And on the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive
pushes one deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds. You can live to play another day here on this drive.
After the incompletion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. They want to just keep throwing it. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this one.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. Under pressure, you don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Gonna run it, it's Jenkins. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to scramble. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep. Got it inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, USC.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Cohen.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He's looking to throw it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just
2nd and 10. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up, and getting the tip in the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. And the Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half.
Here we go.
Quarterback checking off. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Trojans!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Hawkeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He wants to go deep. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Trojans. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. North Texas is running away with this one behind an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 18 over the Royals. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the returner is stopped. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the time.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot, you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got...
Hit the afterburners, kid. The 10. Touchdown, Iowa. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. From the gun to give, looking for room. Still on his feet at the 45. And he breaks into the open. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling.
The Trojans will have it 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back.
Moving toward the end zone. Ball out! Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Now, what a missed opportunity for this offense. They had a chance to get points. Now they turn the football over. But if I'm this defense, I'm ready to roll. I got them in the black zone. They got to go the length of the field, see if I can go make something happen and get this ball back to my offense.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They're bringing heat. Makes the grab on the left. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion. Nothing but green grass down the middle. He's inside the 40, the 20. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hawkeye.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And when you can finish like that on the ground, why bother throwing an 88-yard run for the touchdown? From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll go right back to it. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
Offensively, you going to take 4 to 6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and then the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Fires toward the end zone. And the pass hits, picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Well, the safety did a great job staying back in that cover 2 look. He's got basically that half of the field. He's reading the quarterback's eyes, and he knows where he's going with it. He was able to make a jump on the ball and end up picking it off.
They go to the ground. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He'll try the left side. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on the radar. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Right down the middle. He's got it. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. He'll pull it on the read. They were all over him. Turned into a disaster.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after and was able to make the tackle for loss.
Possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And the Hawkeyes will move the sticks.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
You got to figure out who you are, what you are, what's your next best play, or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third down, going up top. They're trying to get to it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive and made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse's showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the kid.
Headed to the end zone. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
You know, QBs want to make big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snags it! And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So you kick the field goal.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, 2 things you're thinking about here offensively is, 1, you want to take as much time off the clock. But 2, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Looking to scramble. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. You kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead. But you can also seize a lot of momentum if you get it here on 4th and short. If you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
They already have the lead, but they will go for the knockout punch here in the 4th quarter on 4th and goal. Looking for the score! And it's caught for a touchdown, and that...